This older gaming PC just came in the shop because when you go to turn the system on, it fires right up and even posts, but after sitting for a little while, you'll just get this spinning circle going forever until it shuts off and restarts on you.
So what's going on here?
Well, anytime you see this type of looping on startup where you're seeing this spinning circle here, that means Windows is trying to load, but it's failing, which is commonly caused by either a bad drive or a corrupt operating system. And I'm pretty confident it's probably a bad drive, because typically when you see an operating system corruption, when the system restarts a third time,
It should automatically launch into the Windows recovery menu.
but this system never even attempts that, which is kind of odd. In order to verify this, what we're gonna do is force that Windows recovery menu, which requires us to have a Windows installation media, and on the next restart, press F11. We'll see that our Intel SSD does show up, but we're gonna wanna select our USB flash drive, which will boot us to the Windows installation media, but we're not gonna reinstall Windows just yet. Rather, we're gonna go down to repair your computer, which forces that Windows recovery mode to be launched.
Which normally takes about 5 seconds.
But for whatever reason, I've been stuck on this screen for about 5 minutes. So because I'm getting absolutely nowhere, with the computer off, I'm just gonna disconnect the SATA data cable and turn this PC back on and boot back to our installation media. And when we go to click repair your computer, it immediately opens up that Windows recovery menu, which makes me really suspicious of this drive. So to go one step further with our testing, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect this drive and pull it out. And I haven't seen one of these Intel drives in quite a while. So to go ahead and test this a little further, we're gonna go ahead and dock it into another computer. But unfortunately, the second I turned it on, not only did it crash File Explorer, causing it to not respond, but also disk management, which is what I believe is causing that installation media that takes so long to load up. And just like our customer's computer, the second we actually turn this drive off, everything restores back to normal, which is pretty much confirmation that this Intel 540S series 1TB drive is fried, or at least has failed beyond its use. So fortunately, because our customer has a carbonite backup of their drive, we don't really have to worry about any kind of recovery, but as we need the system to work, we're gonna have to go ahead and replace this drive. But instead of going with another SATA SSD, we're gonna upgrade the system to an M.2 drive, which instead of using the old slow SATA interface,
Which limited you to about 600 megabytes per second.
which required a dedicated data and power cable, the much newer M.2 NVMe drives
Actually slot into your motherboard.
no cables required, and take advantage of the much faster PCIe interface, the same one that your GPU uses,
Which allows for read speeds depending on your generation up to 14,000 megabytes per second.
so with that drive now installed, we can go ahead and turn our system back on, where we'll immediately be told that we have no boot device,
Which just means we don't have an operating system yet.
which we can easily fix by taking a Windows installation media and that into the back of our computer. Where now if we just press Control, Alt, and Delete, we'll go ahead and restart our PC and load up the Windows 10 setup tool, which our customer requested. We only have one drive inside the system. We're gonna go ahead and select that as our location to install Windows. So with Windows 10 now reinstalled, we can't get the system back to our customer looking like this.